You're watching NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey, and I lost a bet about the Raiders-Cowboys game. Therefore, I am wearing this Marshawn Lynch Raiders jersey for today's video. Let's dive into some news and rumors and some major injury notes in the end. First up is Baker Mayfield, as the Browns offense right now, to put it nicely, is struggling. To put it bluntly and maybe more truthfully, is a dumpster fire at the current moment. And a big reason why is the play of Baker Mayfield. I think it is very obvious to the human eye that Baker Mayfield is hurt at the current moment. He is not playing well, and that is a real problem for the Browns. And oh, by the way, you guys remember the whole Odell Beckham Sr. was upset about Baker Mayfield and took to social media to complain? Well, now Kareem Hunt Sr., the dad of Browns running back Kareem Hunt, is also criticizing Baker Mayfield. Quote, and as I'll trim this down here, "I'm stating facts on football, and what we see is he," meaning Baker Mayfield, "is limping. He's scared to throw the ball, and they know he's hurt. They're going to keep listening, but if people don't like what I'm saying, unfriend me. I'm not jeopardizing anything. I've got a right to speak. I'm not posting no videos. Have a good day. Go Browns." Last thing, I don't want anybody to be hating at me. Like I said, new quarterback, new situation. We could have won this game a long time ago, as in the end, Kareem Hunt just kind of blames Baker Mayfield for the Browns losing a turnover-filled game against the Baltimore Ravens. There is some truth to what Kareem Hunt Sr. is saying. Baker's clearly not healthy. He is trying to gut through several different injuries. And I think the question at this point right now is playing an injured Baker Mayfield in the best interest of the Cleveland Browns? He's not right. Baker is not healthy. And I think with a limited receiving core in Cleveland, Jarvis Landry's an underneath guy more than anything. DPJ, Rashard Higgins, those guys have been inconsistent at best in their NFL careers. And a struggling Baker Mayfield, the passing attack doesn't really scare anybody, and the Browns cannot move the football. Their schedule, by the way, doesn't get any easier. Ravens, Raiders, Packers, Steelers, and the Cincinnati Bengals to wrap up Week 18 of the NFL season. The Browns' schedule, they could be underdogs in maybe all of those particular games. Even at home against the Ravens, we'll see how the Raiders are playing, and the Steelers at that point. The Browns, who I was all in on this year, are very much in jeopardy of not making the playoffs this year. As they sit right now, the Browns are on the outside looking in a very deep AFC playoff picture. The Chargers right now have the number 7 seed at 6-5. There are several other teams either tied for that, a half game back, however you formulate the ties there, with the Chargers, Broncos, Colts, Browns, and the Steelers. All those teams are in the mix. With the way the playoff schedule breaks down this year, the Browns, does 10 wins get you in? Probably, but maybe not. Losing that game against the Raiders could be a big deal for the Browns, and it opens up all kinds of questions around Baker Mayfield and his future in Cleveland. He closed last year like a top 10 quarterback. This year, in part or if fully because of the injuries, that has not been the case. So what do you think about Baker Mayfield as a quarterback in Cleveland? Is he a franchise guy? You don't have to pay him like one right now, but when you pay a guy, the cheaper it is. But he's not playing very well. So is Baker a franchise QB? Y for yes or N for no. More quarterback conversation here. A lot of injury notes, so we'll kind of go rapid fire here to an extent. Jalen Hurts apparently suffered an ankle injury against the Giants after he did not play well in that loss for Philly. His status now for Week 13 against the Jets is unclear. Eagles have a bye in Week 14, so I'm very curious how the Eagles approach the Jalen Hurts situation, because he's shown flashes at points, shows that great running ability, is not a consistent passer at this point in his NFL career, and it's fair to wonder if he ever will become that guy. Is he a backup caliber quarterback? At minimum, yes. Is he a franchise QB? Too early to say. The backup, by the way, in Philly is Gardner Minshew, who every time he gets a week 1 start, he balls out. Beyond that, not so much. But Philly did go out and trade for him. And now I am oh so curious what they do with Hurts a bit banged up. We'll know more as the week goes on. It is Cyber Monday, in case you guys forgot that, and our friends over at Fanatics are doing some fantastic sales. 20% up and more on their Cyber Monday sale. So go to chatsports.com/NFL sale. When you type in that link or click it in both the comments section and in the description, what you'll find is that it'll take you directly to the full list of all the 32 NFL teams. So that way you can click on your favorite team and get yourself something nice or something for a loved one this holiday season. Chatsports.com/NFL sale, 20% off or more when you use promo code Monday on a wide variety of products. Check the comments section and the description. That link is in there for you guys. Still with our quarterback theme here, Taysom Hill. Ooh, he's back. He is getting the starting reps at quarterback this week for the New Orleans Saints. Now, Hill has dealt with a concussion and a foot injury in recent weeks. The Saints, meanwhile, have lost 4 straight games. After some inconsistent play from Trevor Siemian, they are set to turn to Taysom Hill, the athlete, on Thursday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think this is the right move for the Saints. I don't believe that much in Taysom Hill. He does bring you some dynamic ability on the ground. Make no mistake from that one. But the issue is, for the Saints, he's not a consistent deep passer or a passer, period. I think this was a necessary move by New Orleans, but it might not salvage their season quite yet. So what is your one-word reaction to Taysom Hill starting, at least set to start, at quarterback for the Saints? My word was necessary, but I want to hear from you guys right now in the comments section. Let's go to Dalvin Cook, as there is some conflicting information here as it relates to the injury that Cook suffered. The report this morning out of NFL Network was that Cook suffered a torn labrum as part of a dislocated shoulder late in the third quarter against the San Francisco 49ers. Head coach Mike Zimmer today, though, says not so fast, my friends. He is day-to-day and said no when asked if there was a torn labrum for Dalvin Cook. Is Zimmer lying? Was Rappaport wrong? Is this gamesmanship by the head coach? I don't know at this point. What I do know is that even if the report was true from Rappaport, it should not be a season-ending injury for Dalvin Cook. He should be back at some point in early or probably mid to late December. And that's a big deal for Minnesota because they are firmly inside the playoff picture hunt and mix right now. And Cook is a fairly important factor for this Vikings offense. In the event that Cook does miss time, Alexander Mattison is the next man up, who has played a big role at points due to Cook's injuries in the past. And if you play fantasy, he's a good pickup if he is out there. In theory, the Dalvin Cook owner should already have Alexander Mattison. Let's start with our running back theme right now, Ezekiel Elliott. Now, Elliott is dealing with a knee injury at the current moment, and the Cowboys have floated, leaked, discussed the possibility of resting Zeke to get him healthy. Now, Zeke says no one has talked to him about sitting out a game at all this season. On top of that, Elliott was a full participant at today's practice, which is not indicative of somebody who is going to miss time. Now, I'm open to keeping Zeke on the bench for a game or two. You want him healthy down the stretch in the NFL season. That's something the Cowboys need. And oh, by the way, Tony Pollard has played great for this Dallas Cowboys team. He has been a very dynamic, deadly home run hitting threat. The Cowboys, I believe, could get by without Zeke Elliott for a singular game. We'll see what happens beyond that one. So should the Cowboys sit Zeke? Sound off in the comment section. 1 for yes, they should. 2 for no, they should not. Head down to the comments and let me know what you're thinking. More running back injury news, because of course there is, right? Christian McCaffrey, done for the season. He is going back on IR with an ankle injury, and because this is McCaffrey's second stint on injured reserve, his season is now over. He has played in just 10 games the past 2 years. We will come back to McCaffrey here more in depth momentarily, but first, factoring in the season, the team's playoff chances, which of those 3 running backs' injuries is a bigger deal? CM for Christian McCaffrey, EE for Ezekiel Elliott, or DC for Dalvin Cook? I would say almost no wrong answers, some good arguments both ways, but head down to the comments and spam it if you even want to, and let me know who you think's injury is a bigger deal. More now on Christian McCaffrey. That contract suddenly does not look very good as we sit here right now. Been productive when he's been out there, but he's missed a massive portion of this year's season. On the other side here is the replacement for Christian McCaffrey, HUBBARD. Now, he has been decently productive in a limited role for Carolina. Their offensive line, by the way, the Panthers, is absolute garbage. But Hubbard is set to play a big role for Carolina moving forward. If you guys want more free NFL videos, you have come to the right spot here at Chat Sports. If you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos every single day. By the way, it's not just NFL coverage here at Chat Sports. We also do NBA and college football. And speaking of college football, we've got a blend for our next story, the NFL CFB reverse coaching interest. This one's weird to me. So Kliff Kingsbury, the current Cardinals head coach, has 1 year left on his deal after this season, so it's beginning to expire. Adam Schefter reported yesterday that Oklahoma is targeting Kliff Kingsbury as a potential Lincoln Riley replacement, which is kind of crazy. Now, Kingsbury's done a fantastic job of winning games this year at the NFL level. Imagine telling anybody who followed college football closely a couple of years ago that Kingsbury would be the potential Oklahoma head coach in a couple years. Because at Texas Tech, his last college football job, Kliff Kingsbury, was bad. He failed upward to the Arizona Cardinals job. 8-5 in his first year. After that, 4-8, 7-6, 5-7, 6-7, 5-7. Kingsbury was far below 500 in Big 12 games. He never had a winning mark at Texas Tech. Now, I think this is a ploy by an agent to get a big-time new contract. The contracts right now for coaches at the college football level are insane right now. We're talking, 7 figures a year. I've never seen anything like it. Kingsbury's deal is expiring soon. Sounds like he wants a new deal. Should probably give it to him if he's Arizona. Speaking of coaches, Mike McCarthy has tested positive for COVID-19. He will not coach Thursday against the Saints. The Cowboys, quite frankly, have an outbreak right now within the organization. The reports are Dan Quinn will take over as the game day interim head coach for the Dallas Cowboys.